What?
Are you going to the second Saturday now?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I keep getting kicked off.
Oh, you are? Do you want to go into my office and start typing and then go there? Okay. Okay. Right now, there's a little bit of a technology hiccup with Deb's computer, so give her a second.
Hey, John, this is Oscar. Can I do a quick announcement plug for a upcoming ward meeting in the meantime?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so just while we're getting that set up, you guys, I wanted just to remind all those who are in Ward D that we are having a ward meeting, or it's our second quarter meeting on Saturday, May 9th at 3:30. So it's a Saturday at 3:30, and then I've sent out a Zoom info to all the precinct chairs, and we'll be posting that again on Facebook, just reminders. So just save the date, May 9th, a Zoom call for our Ward D second quarter meeting. Thanks.
Great, thanks. Okay, are we good, Deb?
Can everybody see the slides? Tell me, just nod or something if you
I
can.
can see the second Saturday slide.
Okay, then I think things are going to work better back here.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So for our second Saturday, we have our second Saturday on May 9th, which is also going to be a Zoom meeting. Deb Dabson is still taking registrations for that. That's going to feature, of course, Mark Elston, our state chair, as well as Alyssa Barnes, our Progress Now New Mexico, the president of Progress Now New Mexico. So that's second Saturday at 11:30 a.m. and email Deb Dabson for the registration info for that. So hope to see everybody there. Next slide. Okay. So we're going to have our candidates speak. Everybody gets 2 minutes. Deb is going to have the timer on that slide. And like I said, it's going to be just like our First Friday in person, except instead of getting cut off, someone yelling at you saying your time's up, we're just going to mute you. So make sure to keep your remarks pithy and down to 2 minutes. So the first person we have, I'm going to go down the list here, is Billy.
Hi guys, I'm so glad to see you all. It really does my heart so much good. As I said in the chat box, these meetings and my class meetings with my first graders really keep me afloat. So I'm really glad to see you all. I've missed you. So yes, I'm Billy Heelan, and most of you already know this. I'm a first grade teacher, and I'm running for the New Mexico House of Representatives in District 57, which is in the northwest corner of Rio Rancho. And you know, as a teacher, I see every day the needs that our families go through, everything that they need from food to technology, especially right now. And it's been interesting because meeting with my class, I'm actually meeting with my kids in their homes, and I'm seeing more of what they need. And it's become crystal clear to me that we have to do a better job of supporting our families, and that in lots of different ways, from healthcare to technology access to food, and you know, so much more and so much in between. And so part of my dedication to this community is, of course, through the children. And because of that, I really want to be elected so that I can have a further impact for the kids in our district. And so I'm actually having an event later today at 5 o'clock. I'll put a link for it in the chat. I really hope you'll join me. I'm really excited and honored that our Assistant Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Representative Ben Ray Lujan, will be our featured guest today. And I'm just really looking forward to it. And I really hope you'll join us. It's a fundraiser for my campaign. And those funds are going to be used so that I can contact voters, which has been challenging, of course. I haven't been able to go door to door. So please come, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you guys again. I'm Billy Heelan, running for the New Mexico House in District 57.
Great.
John, you're muted, so I'm not sure if you can hear me.
There we go.
Hi, everybody. It's great to see everybody. It does feel like a family meeting and a family Zoom session, which I appreciate. I'm Bob Pearls. I'm running for Sandoval County Clerk. I think since I know virtually all of you, let me give you an update what I've been up to the last couple of weeks. I was offered a 20-hour-a-week consulting gig with voteathome.org as a senior policy consultant. And I had a chance to talk to the CEO, Amber McReynolds, a couple of months ago. We hit it off. Vote at Home is the leading nonprofit nationally focused on how to roll out an all mail-in ballot voting system in the United States. 6 states currently have primarily an all mail-in ballot system. So it's been really fun over the last several weeks to share my legislative expertise with them, but mostly to learn every day. It's really cool. I'm getting paid half a day every day to learn every detail, every intricacy of how New Mexico could roll out an all mail-in ballot system. So, just to mention a couple of quick things, really the key things that we still need in New Mexico. Number one, we really need to nail down a great voter database. It's pretty good. I'd say we're in the top 25%, but there are still ways we can vet the voter rolls to make sure that it's clean. Number two, we need digital signature recognition so that when you sign your absentee ballot, for example, and you send it back in, with an all-mail ballot system, we want to make sure we can verify your signature with the digital signature in the database. And the DMV can transfer a lot of digital signatures over to the local election officials. So that's really important. Those are really the two big things. When you look at the states out there, it's really clear that a vote at home system can be done securely. It can be done efficiently. We can increase voter turnout 5 to 10%. The Republican talking points about ballots being stolen are just BS. There's some good data that's come out in the last week to show that it's at least as secure, maybe even more secure than voting.
Oh, Bob's mute.
I had to mute you. You've gone way past the time. Sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. So next is Jonathan Munoz for Appellate Judge Shamara Henderson.
Hello, thank you everybody for being here today, and thank you for giving me the time to talk about Judge Henderson. First of all, I want to thank you again for helping with Appellate Court Zach Ives. We got him qualified, and we have him also qualified for public financing. We also have Supreme Court Shannon Bacon and Supreme Court Dave Thompson that we all got qualified for the next milestone. Now what we're looking for is to help Judge Shamara Henderson to get qualified for campaign financing. She came to us on February 14th, where she got appointed by Governor Grisham. So we have until June 25th to help her out with public financing. What that is the $5 donations. If we can get about 1,250, I believe, individual $5 donations, we can help her get qualified for public financing. This is very big for New Mexico, and this is very big for us as Democrats to get her qualified. This public financing is a big deal because it stops the big corporations like Walmart for helping and getting judges under their belt. So we're trying to keep everything separated, and we need your help to do that. So if you can help out, we can go to www.keepjudgehenderson.com. You can read her bio, you can read more about her, and also download the $5 contribution form. When you do that, you can return it to the address there. It's 21st Plaza Northwest, Suite 700, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87120. And I will post this all on the chat so you guys have this information. I will post the website, judgehenderson.com on there. Sorry for stumbling so much. I guess I've been in isolation for too long and haven't been around people, so I'm getting stumbled up in my words. But we really need your help to get Judge Henderson qualified. So again, thank you all for giving me the time, the platform to be able to speak and to help out in this.
I first also want to give a shout out to Jonathan. He's a recent arrival to Sandoval County and has gotten really involved in party politics, in particular with our judges, which a lot of times they lack volunteers. And so a shout out to Jonathan for the great work he's doing in helping out the judges with their election campaign. So next, Barbara Romo.
Okay, can everyone hear me? I guess
Yes.
so, John. So y'all, most of y'all have heard my spiel before. I am running for a district attorney. I believe that I am the best qualified candidate for the job. I just want to today, if y'all want to find out more about my experience, qualifications, community activities, you can go to my website, which is www.barbararomofordistrictattorney.com. I've been on there. What I've also been doing, I've been doing blog letters once a week where I talk about different issues in the judicial system and sort of my views on those. You can also go to my Facebook page. I just wanted to tell everybody, first of all, it is great to see everybody, but please continue to encourage people to vote by mail. I posted, or I forwarded a post on Facebook where I saw a news article where 52 people who either voted or worked in the polls in Wisconsin came down with COVID-19. So, I mean, I think we really need to emphasize there's no reason to go out and risk your health, the health of your neighbors. Just please encourage people. I mean, everybody here, I assume, is going to mail their vote, but it's the people that we know around us, you know, that to encourage them and explain why it's so important. Again, my name is Barbara Romo, and I'm running for district attorney, and I will always appreciate your support and work hard for the district. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Leah Bakowitz.
Hi guys, it's so great to see everybody on video. It's amazing how when we're locked up or staying at home like this, when I see my friends, our friendly faces anyway, it's just so awesome. So thank you all for joining us. So I just want to talk a little bit about my campaign. I'm running for county commissioner in District 2. Some things that have been going on. One really exciting thing is that we were endorsed by AFSCME. That's the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees Union. And in Sandoval County, they represent our detention center. So I'm really excited about that because, I mean, from the beginning, I've always said I support our union brothers and sisters and workers' rights to unionize and to bargain for fair and equitable wages and safety in the workspace. Right now, as you all know, with COVID-19, we had to change our strategy a little bit. So right now we're running a phone banking campaign. I have a few volunteers and would appreciate more if you guys have the time. We're asking an hour to 2 a week. I've gotten some really positive feedback on the phone, and if it's not positive, they're just hang up. So no big deal. You just keep going. Our focus has never changed. My focus has never changed. With things going on the Navajo Nation, on indigenous land, we have pueblos here in Sandoval County, in rural areas. The focus on water scarcity, protecting our water is primary. I mean, it affects District 2. I mean, the village of Corrales. I mean, the river that runs near there, we need to protect our rivers, our streams, our acequias. This whole issue on Navajo, if they had the structure, if they had the running water for sanitation, if they had the healthcare structure, we wouldn't be seeing these numbers. So that's something I wouldn't lose sight on in Sandoval itself. So I would work on the commission to make sure we protect our water and environment. Anyhow, leah4sandoval.com. Check it out. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Leah. Alex Pylan.
Hi, everybody. My name's Alexandria Pyland, and I'm running to be Sandoval County Commissioner in District 4, which is the southwestern portion of Rio Rancho. So pretty much everything Leah said, ditto. So I get to kind of shift a little bit and tell you that Oscar and I, my puppy Oscar, go out and we walk in our neighborhood every morning, and we're seeing that people are really coming together and helping each other. There are neighborhood food banks in the area. There are people checking in on each other, yelling across the street, how are you? Do you have everything you need? And it's really heartening to see New Mexicans come together like this. But we need to consider all of Sandoval County. So I want you to consider now that with the changes starting today, that are still in effect, but the improvement in our situation, to not forget hungry people. We still have record unemployment. People are having problems. Today's May 1st. They're going to have problems paying their bills, paying their mortgage, paying their rent, and they might not have enough money for food. So consider donating. Brian Colon, who's online with us, has Brian's Angels. Also, another thing is we're starting to see a little more leeway with some of our small businesses. In my district, we have El Paisano Market, we have the local brew house, Zia Pet Hospital, and we have, oh, it's escaping me right now, Monterey Pet Boarding and Grooming over here on Unser. Please consider contributing or going along your normal business if you can, if you're so blessed and that you're not affected as much right now as some of our neighbors. If you can't do that, there are other ways you can help. You can make masks, you can donate food, you can even just share on social media as long as you are following the governor's rules. Again, my name is Alexandria Pylan, and I'm running for Sandoval County Commissioner in District 4 in Rio Rancho. Now, I want to take this hat off and put on the other hat.
Okay, another 2 minutes.
Another 2 minutes. I am the president of Sandoval County Federation of Democratic Women. And so there are some things. We have another newsletter coming out maybe sometime today or tomorrow. The first most important thing, as some of you have already mentioned, is absentee ballot. If you don't have it, get it. You can get it at vote.org, or you can go directly to sos.state.nm.us. You can even go there. You can go to the Secretary of State's website to see where your absentee ballot is if you already requested it. Next, as of 11:05 this morning, we have had a 43.1 response rate for the census, for the 2020 census. In 2010, 60% of the state responded, and that's unacceptable, especially because of the economic impact of this pandemic. So please, please go to 2020census.gov, share it. If you haven't filled it out, do so. If your neighbors haven't filled it out, ask them if they filled it out. Get them involved with that. For those of you who are interested, Sandoval has 53.4%. You know, that's just not enough. Sandovalieños, you can do much, much better. I know it. Next, I have some great news. Our Feed the Kids mission project has raised over $1,400 to help feed kids who are hungry. I really hate food insecurity, that expression, because it's not that they're insecure. They're hungry. These are hungry children. And so our treasurer, Karen Schaefer, has really spearheaded this with some interfaith organizations, and we've raised $1,400. Next, in December, we're going to be electing a new executive board, so please consider becoming involved. And the exciting thing is on Thursday, May 7th at 6 p.m., we are also going to have a forum where we're going to talk to CD3 candidate Laura Montoya and Teresa Ledger Fernandez And for more information, you can contact me at alexandriapyland@gmail.com or go to sandovalcountyfdw.org. Again, Sandoval County Federation of Democratic Women, thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. Is Laura Montoya in the house?
I am in the house. How are you?
Good.
So I have so much to tell you all. First of all, I want to say hello to all of you and big hugs and thank you. We haven't really all spoken since the convention, and I want to tell Sandoval County, thank you so much for trusting me, believing in me, and getting us over that 20% threshold. I have a lot to tell you both on the county treasurer side and the congressional side. I am very thankful for all of the Democrats who came together to help put water together for Torreon. Torreon just barely got Navajo chapter food distribution out there. So all of you really contributed to helping get that going. I also want to mention that we are doing food distribution. We are working on masks. I'm working with Operation Bandana New Mexico, which is about 7,000 masks per week. And we were able to utilize the resources and help from Speaker Brian Egoff, State Auditor Brian Colon, our governor's office, to be able to finally get fabric, elastic, bias tape, everything that we need to keep on supplying now, not just masks, but the gowns for the medical staff. There's a lot that we're working on stimulus funding and making sure that states and local governments are able to get that funding to help compensate for what we're going to see as a decline in gross receipts tax. Thankfully to all of our taxpayers, we are able to continue to keep getting all of the services out for this fiscal year, but I think a lot of people are going to be struggling during the 2020 tax year for taxes coming in November. So we're working with the governor's office to make sure and get those taken care of. As far as the campaign side, Tuesday is a big day. Just talk to the Secretary of State. There are over 24,000 online and paper apps for CD3 alone. And so if anyone is interested in helping us make phone calls and ask people to please vote for me, I would greatly appreciate it. This would be the first time that Sandoval County has an opportunity to have someone from here to represent our entire district. And we have a really big responsibility, and we need to remind people that we need to get Trump out in November. We need to get the bottom of the ticket all the way down, because those are the people that work every day in and out to help communities like Leah and Alex elected. And so I hope that all of you will listen to the treasurer debate that's coming up. And also, if you have any questions or you need some help, please call me. Or if you're willing to help us out, any little bit that you can do, whether it's cutting fabric or making phone calls, whatever you want to do, I will find a place for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Madana Shustari. Is Madana there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. Yes, thanks.
Okay, all righty. Good morning, everybody. It's so lovely to see everyone. I've truly missed everyone's faces, your beautiful faces. It's good to see everyone. As all of you know, I'm running for the district attorney office in the 13th Judicial. Today, however, I don't really want to talk much about me, as I want to talk about what's going on in our judicial system and what's going on in the face of the pandemic. As the saying goes, law is always been behind, one step behind the times. And one of the things that has come to the forefront in face of this pandemic is what's happening in our reservations and in our homes. Unfortunately, one of the unintended consequences of this pandemic is the rise in domestic violence and child abuse. And as you have, if you have seen my Facebook, I routinely post about domestic violence and routinely post about child abuse, because those are two of my passions. And it is hard as it is with social distancing, but the victims are being even further pushed into isolation. And I think one of the biggest things our challenges is that we need to reach out. Like Alex walks with her dog every morning, you know, one of the things that we can do is to keep our eyes and ears open. Look at people and try to see if they need help. Try to reach out to them, because that's of utmost importance. I teach domestic violence. I'm accredited by the Law Enforcement Academy. I teach domestic violence prosecution all across the state. And one of the things is that the misconception is domestic violence is just a crime against an individual. True fact is that it's not. Domestic